In the previous episode, we explored the simplified Jungian model and Carol Pearson's 12 archetypes. Today we are ready to move deeper into the archetypal matrix. This matrix builds on those foundations, but with one essential addition: developmental psychology. Here, archetypes are not just static images, they are organized into 3 levels of maturity: junior, adolescent, and mature. And that makes all the difference. Let's begin. The archetypal matrix is not a labeling system. It's a diagnostic and developmental tool. It helps us see what need we are trying to fulfill and how we are trying to fulfill it. When a person grows, the internal configuration changes, the image shifts, and so do their strategies. There are 4 primary needs in the matrix: the need to find paradise, a desire for everything to be good, peaceful, ideal, the need to leave a mark, to be seen, acknowledged, to prove oneself, the need to connect with the world, to belong, relate, and be accepted, and the need to structure reality, to build, systemize, and bring order with one's own hands. Let's take it from the beginning, literally from birth. When a child is born, they inspire awe and love. They expect their needs to be met by others. This is the innocent or idealist archetype. It wants to live in a paradise created by those around him. And when that paradise is broken, the innocent blames the world. I am good, you are bad, this world is wrong. This is our first psychological imprint of unmet need. Next comes the hero warrior. Carol Pearson calls this the warrior, but we specify hero warrior because this archetype is not just about protection, it's about recognition. The child brings to model themselves after adults, seeks their praise and wants to prove, look what I did. Then arises the need to belong. The orphan or realist doesn't form deep connections but learns to build many surface level ones. The main need here is, I want to be normal. This is the survival strategy of the small child. Many limiting beliefs. From here, I'm not normal if. Next comes the caregiver. A child sees their parent care for others and start mimicking that, caring for toys, helping at home. The caregiver's desire is to create comfort for a person or a group, a family, for example. In adulthood, this can turn into codependency or self-neglect. These 4 early archetypes, if not integrated, creates adult problems often explained by Cartman's trauma triangle. But we don't kill these archetypes. We bring them into our heart. They are our inner child. A healthy adult satisfies their junior needs internally, not by depending on others. Development never begins with success. It begins when the old ways stop working. The innocent stops getting everything they want. They store, manipulate, resist, but when nothing works, the seeker is born. They go looking for paradise elsewhere. New places, jobs, trainings, experiences without fear. But eventually, even novelty isn't enough. That's when the sage appears. Instead of seeking, we start studying. The sage doesn't look outward, but inward, asking, what are the laws of this world? What is the logic behind things? And so, within the paradise sector, we build 3 developmental levels. The innocent enjoys safe, effortless joy. The seeker looks for new ways to create joy. The sage reflects, analyzes, and builds internal paradise through understanding. The hero warrior wants to be the best, but they have no value system of their own. They fight for whoever tells them to. Eventually, they begin to question, wait, do I even believe in this? Here, the destroyer or revolutionary is born. It destroys what was imposed. It breaks rules and walks away from inherited systems, fights for freedom. But often, it just fights. There is no vision yet, only rejection. From this frustration, the magician awakens, not just to rebel, but to transform. The magician doesn't ask, who is wrong? They ask, what does this mean? The hero says, look what I can do. The rebel says, look how independent I am. And the magician says, watch how everything changes when I change the way I see it. The magician lives in the flow, makes meaning, sees the invisible. He brings not rebellion, but transformation. The orphan or realist needs to fit in, but eventually they feel lonely in the crowd. The need for real closeness is born, and so the lover erases, the one who sees beauty in others and seeks deep, sacred connections. But relationships can disappoint too. The lover can be hurt or betrayed. And from that pain, the jester is born. The jester connects with the world, but on their terms. They don't depend on reciprocity. They value freedom, humor, irony. The jester wisdom is, I don't need your approval to be myself. This archetype typically forms only after the world has been studied and structured. The caregiver burns out. There is no one left to care for. So we search for self, and the creator is born. The creator wants to manifest beauty, build new forms, innovate, but eventually the chaos becomes overwhelming. There is no system, no income, no structure, so the ruler enters. The ruler says, let's organize this. They bring systems, strategies, and sustainability. They turn chaos into order. They lead not with ego, but with responsibility. Archetypes are not something you develop. They are already within you. They are not your identity. They are strategies. The real growth is in learning how to use them consciously. Adolescent archetypes hold tremendous energy. We use them to act, create, move forward, but they must be guided by mature thinking. When we let our mature archetypes take the lead, we stop reacting and start choosing. This is the language of archetypes. Through the archetypal matrix, you can examine any psychoanalytical process in your life. How you show up in relationships with your partner, children, or colleagues. How you relate to money, work, or business. how you express gratitude and love, how you interact with your clients, and even how you approach yoga, self-knowledge, and personal development. In the next episode, we will explore how archetypes can help us resolve inner conflicts so we stop leaking energy and start integrating different strategies into a cohesive, empowered life. Write in the comments which area of your life you would like to explore through the lens of the archetypal matrix, so I can dive into them in future episodes.